Paris train station Starbucks.
The streets of Paris.
Week-long tour of France was to visit
the location of the Da Vinci Code.
What?
The Da Vinci Code, the movie. It's a popular movie.
Right, that's where the Mona Lisa is.
Yeah, but everybody knows the Da Vinci Code.
Sweet! We are at the Louvre. Pretty damn cool. We're at the Louvre, and my finger's touching the top of the triangle. Woohoo!
Or a pyramid.
Pyramid. We are inside the pyramid of the Louvre.
Right, we're in the pyramid.
Pyramid!
Pyramid.
I am at the center right here. Aren't I special? We're at the Louvre, and this is the Mona Lisa. It's beautiful and lots of people.
We were able to discover the origin of Wonder Woman.
Huh?
What is the theme? No, that's Batman.
I don't know what Wonder Woman is. That totally looks like Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman!
Or Caitlin.
Caitlin? Oh.
I can't imagine that that has a connection to Wonder Woman.
It's all in how you interpret art.
Uh-huh.
I have a greater appreciation for art.
Boobies! Boobies? And he's touching them.
Boobies! 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 Boobies!
This one's totally naked.
Dear, boobies!
You're such a child.
Hey, you gawked!
I don't know what you're talking about. Where are the penises? Penis! Look, it's a penis. In the late 80s, expansion of the Louvre revealed some medieval secrets.
See, it's all like Da Vinci Code and stuff.
Here we are under the Louvre, and this was the foundation of an ancient castle. Feel the history.
Block.
In the 12th century, King Philip Augustus built this fortress and called it the Louvre. This structure was raised in 1546 by King Francis to build a more modern royal palace, also called the Louvre. In 1793, part of the Louvre became a public museum. After the Louvre, we went and visited a nice French sidewalk cafe.
Yeah, but on the way you were expressing your immaturity.
Whatever.
Penis! Walk of shame right there. We've all had those nights.
Water? Por favor?
Did you say por favor?
Yeah, why?
Well, that's Spanish, not French.
I was speaking in my native tongue, the language of love.
Like you know Spanish.
Whatever. Next, we visited a famous film location used in Disney movies.
I didn't realize that Notre Dame played in such a lovely place.
Prestigious. No?
It doesn't look like a baseball arena.
No, it doesn't.
Notre Dame is baseball, isn't it?
No, it's football. Well,
Could
it's
be
a
soccer.
college.
Could be soccer. Oh, it's college.
Yeah.
College soccer? Not here. Football or soccer.
American football.
My favorite sport ball team plays here.
Sport ball.
It's like you're doing the victory. Yeah.
Everybody's in line to go see a sport ball game. Suppose the hunchback is a fullback, halfback, or a linebacker.
Why were you crying?
It was an emotional experience.
Are you sure it wasn't because of the germ-infested petri dish?
Huh? The holy water?
Yeah, people kept sticking their fingers in there and then touching their face and then sticking their fingers in there. It's crazy. It's just holy crap water. Also, there's a sign that says no flash photography and people are taking pictures.
Yeah, people can be clueless and rude.
Yeah, rude, like writing a street sign.
The following day, we met up with a friend of mine, Laura, who gave us a tour of Paris.
Here we are at Sacre Coeur. Sacre Coeur.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Sack liquor? Sack liquor? Is that where we are? What is sack liquor?
It is a beautiful basilica here in Paris.
What is a basilica?
It's a church. Basilica?
Yeah, it's a church.
It's a beautiful church.
Okay.
Church that sells liquor? I'm confused.
It's a church that sells liquor.
They give out wine on the confession, right?
After that, we stumbled upon a gas station.
You have no interest in Renaissance art in a church, but you get all excited over a gas station.
I've seen Renaissance art before. Everybody's seen that before. But have you ever seen a gas station in the middle of a block just right there where you like pull up your car and fill up? The pump is on the sidewalk. It's craziness.
Yeah, the next thing you're gonna know, there's gonna be a toilet right there on the sidewalk.
That would be insane.
Yeah, it would be. Next, we went on a train.
That's late.
And just like that, we were transported to another ancient monument.
Yeah, but this one is more modern because it was built in 1806.
What is it?
Arc de Triomphe. Right? Right. Let's say it again. Arc de Triomphe. Arc de Triomphe. Better? Apparently Aeropostale is huge here, and I'm wearing an Aeropostale shirt. There's like lines out the door to get into the store. And I
right here, baby.
It's not cheesy like H&M.
No, actually, our pasta is kind of really, really good. I mean, I see people make a line all the time, like, okay. Well, sometimes I do have shirts available. Yeah. They're like at the top.
There are lines to get into Aeropostale, but there's no lines on the road.
Yeah, it's crazy how traffic manages to maneuver around.
We did manage to find a sidewalk toilet.
Yeah, these things are really neat. They're free and they auto-wash themselves after each use.
There was a rude foreigner who was trying to cut in line. Not American, mind you. She's trying to cut in line. We showed her where she was supposed to stay, but she didn't. I guess she, like Paris, is not familiar with the lines on the road or lines, period.
Are you going, Michael?
Get it close. No, it's gonna wash. It's gonna wash, and then
We are here at the Palace of Versailles.
Who's Versailles?
That's the name of the town.
No, if this is his palace, who is Versailles?
It's named after the town of Versailles. It's built by King Louis the something? 14th.
Now, I think you mean to pronounce it Versace.
No.
It's Versailles.
This is
Versailles.
This is the castle of Versace. Boobies! That's an epic pool back there. Hearst has nothing on these pools. Nope. There's this one. And that one. It's really not that big. It's only like this big. This must look awesome when it's on.
Yep.
She's topless. Boobies! So, what did you think?
I thought it was beautiful.
Did you really?
I did.
All that dirt? The fountains that were dry?
Well, they weren't dry. They just weren't on.
Some were dry.
Iced tea should really.
But there was nice big fish.
That's what she said.
I was really looking forward to seeing the Eiffel Tower for the first time because my grandmother loved Paris and she would talk about the Eiffel Tower, and so I've always wanted to go to Paris, and when you think about Paris, you think about the Eiffel Tower, and it was just something that reminded me of my grandmother.
Reminding me of the World's Fair.
Beautiful. I'm getting choked up. I always wanted to go to Eiffel Tower. Beautiful. This is the Seine River, and Eiffel Tower is behind me, and Michael is just being so sexy over here.
Look, it's a dinosaur, and it's the Eiffel Tower, and a crane. Wow!
Eiffel Tower. Woo! Boobies. Penis.
Venus! Look!
Boobies.
This is the Eiffel Tower. Look how beautiful she is. The sun forms a halo around her crown.
Where's the Eiffel Tower?
Where is it?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know where we are. Where's the Eiffel Tower? There it is. There it is.
Laura had seen the tower, so she left us, and we elected to climb the 669 stairs all the way to the top.
You think there's a reason it's 69? 669? I think there is. I think the engineers were thinking. Anyway, 669 doesn't get you to the top. 1700 would, but they won't let you climb those. So they let you climb 669 up to the second floor, and that's what we attempted.
We just started and Deanna's already complaining.
No, I just need to get my back and shut. All right. Woo!
Ooh.
328.
What'd you see?
360 degrees around Paris on the Eiffel Tower, only the second level.
It was actually the first floor.
We caught a movie on the tower. My favorite part of the Eiffel Tower was that there was actually swings.
Yeah, there were these cool swings just out there at a table.
Right, and there's a cafe, there's full-blown food
Little,
that you can go.
Like deli that we grabbed sandwiches.
Yeah, I had no idea that that was there.
We had dinner on the tower, very cheap dinner too. So we had sandwiches and on these swings, and yeah, it was
really cool.
It was pretty neat. Didn't cost that much either.
No.
Very romantic.
It was awesome.
I'm swinging.
No wiesz, o to chodzi, że nie dogadałem się. Musiałem ze mną pogadać. Ja powiedziałem...
It was so lovely up there.
Yeah, some people might be freaked out by the height though.
Like the ledge in Chicago, only not on the Eiffel Tower.
With full bellies, it was time to ascend the remaining stairs to the 669th step.
This is the highest that they let you climb, and from here you have to take the elevator.
On the cord, you can get to set this. Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, but we had to rush out to make our 11:15 train, so instead of taking the stairs down, we took the elevators, which was pretty neat. They go on a slope. Hi! We climbed the Eiffel Tower. We did. Way up there.
All the way up.
We have to go now.
Bye.
We rushed and ran through the city to make our 11:15 train. When we arrived at the train station, we discovered it was actually an 11 o'clock train. So we're at the train station.
This one over here screwed up.
We missed our train. We're staying an hour away from Paris. There's no train for another 6 hours till 6 in the morning. Trying to figure out what to do. We can't go to a hostel because a hostel requires a passport. Our passports are an hour away with our luggage. Uber app doesn't seem to want to work, so figure out how to get us an hour away. We could get a hotel room for 120 for the next 6 hours, or we could walk around Paris. I don't know what we're gonna do.
I don't know.
But this is one of those stories that you're really pissed about in the moment, but afterward you're like, hey, you remember that time we watched the sun rise over the Eiffel Tower in Paris? We're not going to watch the sun rise over the Eiffel Tower. We ended up in this room.
Yes,
Oh, there's a TV though.
There's a TV. Look how huge it is.
It is. But it's on a swivel, so
There are 4 beds.
there are. Sleeps full.
There's a bathroom. Let me get around here. That's the room.
Okay, so after searching and searching online, Deanna found a hotel and we booked it. It was only $100 a night. So we made our way there and we were searching for our address, and while we're searching for the address of the hotel, we passed this hotel named Hotel de Nevers. And we laughed. We're like, who the hell would stay at Hotel de Nevers? It looked like it was shut down and nobody had been staying there for years. It was dark and everything. So we kept rounding the block until we realized that Google was screwed up and our hotel was actually Hotel de Nevers.
That's the luxurious room that we found. But there's a shower.
There's also a dead body in the closet.
Do we have a closet? Closet's bigger than the bedroom.
Oh, and there's no air conditioning.
Yeah,
It's freaking hot in here. The hottest day of the year in Paris.
And yeah, there's no AC, but the window opens.
It actually turned out to be the hottest day of the year, and we had no AC.
Yeah, I kind of assumed that AC would be available. It wasn't. I was wrong.
Give you an idea of the neighborhood we stayed in last night. Here's what they do to their monuments.
Today was going to be the Day of the Dead, starting with Princess Di.
Behind me is the tunnel where Princess Diana passed away, and the flame for her memorial. I'll find it.
Underneath romantic Paris lies a labyrinth of ancient tunnels and mass graves known as the Paris Catacombs.
Yeah, it is the world's largest necropolis with over 6 million skeletons.
There are videos on YouTube of people who have snuck into the catacombs and illegally filmed, but their videos show nothing.
No, they just show a bunch of empty caves.
Yeah, but we're gonna take you inside the catacombs to see millions of human bones.
Sometimes it's easy to forget that places like this exist. Places you can only imagine in your nightmares.
The descent into the catacombs of Paris.
Dum, 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 dum.
On our descent down 130 stairs,
Which is roughly 8 stories.
we were very jovial and expecting that at the bottom we would be engulfed in a sarcophagus of bones. But when we finally got to the bottom, we were basically in a geological mining museum.
We were super confused and didn't understand what mining had to do with dead bodies. We were almost wondering if we had been duped and that there was no bodies and it was just a museum with pictures of bodies.
It wasn't.
But we didn't know that at the time. We were just like, where are all the dead bodies? When are we gonna find the dead bodies? I bet we won't see any dead bodies.
So we continued our journey deeper into the catacombs.
Dum, 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 dum. We're gonna see dead people. Let dead be quick and be dead. I don't know why I said that. It's nice that they had lighting down here. Modern electricity.
Basically, thanks to 45 million years of geology and water tables, limestone formed under Paris.
The Romans quarried it to build stuff.
The stone was used in the 12th and 13th centuries to build Notre Dame Cathedral, and all the Gothic monuments in Paris were built with stone quarried from the now catacombs.
Let me out!
Oh, is that a bone sticking out there? Or is that a pipe? We'll say it's a bone.
Well, there's an ancient train ticket.
Underground quarrying continued to spread under Paris from the 19th to the early 20th centuries.
There's hundreds of miles of tunnels.
These particular catacomb tunnels were probably quarried in the 15th century.
The tomb of a very important person who died in 1781.
In the mid-18th century, some of the tunnels collapsed, so in 1777, workers went underground to strengthen the tunnels.
The workers carved dates into the bricks.
This brick signifies that it was the 5th pillar built under Inspector Jonser in 1847.
The black mark on the ceiling might look ominous, but it was actually just there to help the workers get their bearings on where they were.
In the heart of Paris was a cemetery that housed the remains of people since the Middle Ages. It became overfilled and a health risk, so in 1785 it was closed down and millions of bodies were exhumed from Paris cemeteries and dumped into the empty and unused quarry.
Which became the catacombs.
C'est réussi, hein.
From 1777 to 1782, one of the quarry workers named de Coeur made this sculpture of the Port Mahon Palace from Minorca in the Balearic Islands.
We just kept walking, wondering, where's the dead people? You really start to get jaded. And then we crossed this sign, and things got super eerie.
Here in the Catacombs of Paris are the remains of over 6 million people. Million.
It's really interesting how some stacks are really artfully placed, very careful, and looks very artistic, while other bones are just thrown in a pile.
Yeah, it's as if like one worker really cared about his job and wanted to put together some art, where another worker was just like, what the hell, and was just chucking bones in a pile because he wanted to get home to a cold beer and a sport ball game.
Yeah, but I can see where they'd become nonchalant about it.
After a while of being around millions of bodies and dead bones, you start to become jaded and like immune to them.
Yeah, so we started joking around again.
These two must have been very important people to be at the top of the step and facing outwards, whereas all the others are facing inside. Who knows? It is the lucky bones of a leprechaun.
Actually, the dripping ceiling causes moss to form.
It's weird. First you're like, why are the catacombs here?
And then you're like, show me dead bodies.
And then you're like, holy crap, those are dead bodies.
And then after a while, you're just like, meh, there's another dead body.
It's crowded in here.
Look, even more bones, but they're skillfully placed. And yet some more.
More dead people.
Oh, look.
More dead people. More water falling from the ceiling.
Look, you can see what this person is thinking.
It's quite hard to memorialize 6 million people at once.
They did a pretty good job of stacking.
Yeah, they did. Look, more steps. We get to go up.
I'm just gonna wait here for the bus.
83 steps.
And we're out! We made it! Catacombs of Paris. Done.
Remember, France has more to offer than just Paris. So take some day trips. The first one we took was to Normandy.
We're here at the Omaha Beach Museum to see some of the machinery that was used during D-Day. This tank was used by American soldiers in 1944. This is the U.S. cannon Long Tom. Shoots 155 millimeter rounds. This is a landing craft vehicle, otherwise known as the Higgins Boat. It could hold 36 men or 3 tons of material.
After visiting the museum and brushing up on a little bit of history, we hit the beach.
We're here at Omaha Beach, the site of one of the deadliest landings on D-Day. And this is a memorial for all those soldiers who lost their lives here.
First light was about 5 a.m. It takes about an hour and a half before the Allied forces touch the sand on Omaha Beach. So the Germans were able to sleep, wake, make breakfast, and see what was coming at them and prepare. By the time the Allied lands, the Germans were ready. The Allied now had to make their way across this huge stretch of sand to get to the bunkers. The sand was littered with metal tripods, wooden stakes, and landmines. Meanwhile, the Germans sit comfortable in the bunkers and behind sand berms, firing away, blasting mortars at the Allied. 2,000 to 3,000 were killed on Omaha Beach. It was the bloodiest beach of all on D-Day. But the Allied made their way. They killed, crushed, and captured the Germans to liberate France.
It's hard to imagine that, that the big ships and boats came in here for the battle that was occurring on this beach. Maybe right where I stand. In these very waters. Behind me is a German bunker, and this was a German stronghold during D-Day. And they had guns up here that were firing down on the American troops as they were trying to advance.
The beach is actually pretty awesome, if you could really say that about what happened here. But the bunkers were amazing.
Yeah.
Like the Germans had this stronghold there. They had built these concrete bunkers into the sand.
Right, and they really did have full view of everything, just from miles.
The beach was huge.
Yeah.
Now, when we're there in June, so it's the same time of year that D-Day actually happened. D-Day happened June 6th. We were there at about June 20th, but still. So the tide is about the same. That beach is enormous. And it's a beautiful beach. So you can imagine, before the Allies shows up, like the Germans are just hanging out, they're playing volleyball, smoking cigarettes, making lunch and dinner, breakfast, whatever, having a good old time. And then there's that fateful day when they wake up one morning and at 5 a.m. they look out and they see the ships on their way and they start preparing. And they're all under cover. And it's an amazing feat. Like you watch something like Saving Private Ryan and it's an incredible movie, but until you're there and you see how much land the Allied forces had to cross, and they had to cross landmines, they had to cross stakes and all sorts of stuff there to make it to those bunkers.
It really, being there, really puts it into perspective, and
it's an amazing defeat of the Germans. Just an amazing, amazing defeat.
Yeah.
So the trip to Normandy was enlightening, but it wasn't all that sad.
No, we actually came across these soccer-playing dogs.
Those dogs were funny.
Yeah, on our way to find some food, we stumbled across this closed museum with some cool artifacts out in front.
This is the Sherman Tank. 49,000 of them were produced for this war by companies such as Ford, Chrysler, General Motors, among many others. Behind me is an M10 known as the Tank Destroyer. It was manufactured to combat the tanks that the Germans used. There was more to it than that, but I can't remember. The tank behind me is the Sexton. There were problems with this tank in the field, and they were having problems with the guns and the movement or something. Anyway, the design was handed over to the Canadians, who were able to rework some things and put them into production. So during World War II, for the Battle of Normandy, D-Day, we made a man-made marina in the ocean that was able to supply the troops that were on land.
Still in search of food, we
we got sidetracked again.
Yeah. The city put up these pictures.
Oh yeah, these beautiful, cool pictures.
Yeah, these murals of the area of when France got liberated on D-Day.
You could see before and after, so there was the picture of the place, and then you were standing in the place, and you could compare it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really neat. We did finally find some food.
Yeah, I didn't videotape any of this because I didn't really think it was going to be a thing, but it turned out to be super cool.
Yeah.
There was this little trailer on the side of the road that pulled up and was making pizza. Had a pizza oven inside of it.
And apparently he comes at 6 o'clock every Tuesday, and so all the,
locals,
all the locals, all the townspeople, know.
They call in their order.
The pizza guy's gonna be here Tuesday at 6 o'clock, so,
He doesn't deliver, so they call in their order and then they come down to his trailer and pick up pizza.
Yeah.
So we bought a pizza and then we went down to this beautiful little park and we had pizza just right there in France. It was absolutely lovely. I didn't shoot a single frame of video, but it was pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
And then the following day we went to Mont Saint-Michel. Or is it Mitchell?
Michelle.
Turn around.
Good thing I'm not claustrophobic.
Good thing you're not fatter. That's Jesus. He's saving Jose. That's, I don't know, probably Bob and Jennifer. Oh, that's Adam and Eve. He's got a little fig leaf on him. And that chick's got boobs. She's probably trying to seduce Adam away. She's got boobs too.
Adam, Eve, and Eva.
These two are trying to hold up the fort.
Without a doubt, that had to have inspired J.K. Rowling when she wrote the Potter series.
Or at least inspired the movie makers. But I mean, the Potter series are pretty descriptive in the books. I mean, it is diagonally. Mont Saint-Michel is diagonally. It's Hogwarts.
It's real life Universal Studios.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, it is awesome. It's just beautiful. It's breathtaking. You have to go there.
Speaking of breathtaking, the next day we headed down to the south of France.
We're backpacking Bordeaux. Got girls with boobies.
Beautiful fountain, and it's actually on. Imagine that. All of Paris never saw a fountain on. Come to Bordeaux. I think I'm in love with Bordeaux, and I've only been here like 5 minutes. You can never do this in the States.
There's 3 sets of boobs here. This is a good find. 3 sets of boobs is awesome.
In 1942, a company bought this fountain for scrap to melt it down, but thankfully in 1944, the 34 sculptures were discovered intact and were brought to Bordeaux, where they were stored until 1982, when they were restored to this lovely fountain.
Look at this wonderful street right here. It's so pretty. We could go shopping on this wonderful, beautiful street.
Yes, you can.
You could just spend tons and tons of money buying lots of shit.
Yep. Instead of KFC, it's FFC. Fake fried chicken.
Hello? 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 Are you watching the Fat Man? Hello?
I was!
That's what it's like to try and get table service in France. Hello?
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed that.
Yeah, if you want to see more videos like that, don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe and please like and share the videos.
Like, share, oh, and turn on notifications after you
Please
subscribe.
turn on notifications so that you know when we've uploaded our great adventures.
If you want to see more of our great adventures, you can check out
Amsterdam over here.
and Bruges, or no. Belgium, Brussels, Bruges, all the B's. Belgium over here, Amsterdam over there.
Amsterdam here.
So subscribe, like, share, notifications, and click one of those 2 videos.
You got a lot to do.
Yeah.